living 'cause I'm working for a living.
Hey, what took you so long, man?
Oh, some princess escaped or something.
And there was still a line at Starbucks?
Yeah, half the stormtroopers are off looking for the princess. The other half are clogging up the line at Starbucks, getting their mocha lattes. I mean, seriously, don't you guys have, like, a job to do or something? God, I can't stand those guys.
Wait, didn't you try out to be a stormtrooper? What happened with that?
Some political nonsense.
Oh, wait, I remember. You shot your instructor in the foot on accident.
No, okay, well, yeah, but that wasn't it. They didn't like my outside-the-box thinking, my criticism of their uniforms. All white? When is all white ever useful? What if you have to go to a forest moon or to a desert planet? Anywhere other than Hoth, right? The only time you don't stick out like a polar bear at a grizzly bear party is when you're on a nice planet.
A polar bear at a grizzly bear party?
And why do they have armor anyway? I mean, everybody and their mother has lasers. Laser guns, laser rifles. Darth Vader has a laser sword. A sword made out of a laser. Babysat my nephew the other night. His bottle, made of a laser.
I'm pretty sure this isn't the reason you didn't get into the Stormtrooper Corps, though.
Listen, man, I don't care. I don't care about those guys. I would much rather be here with you. I mean, we know how to do our job, right?
Right.
Hey, who were the guys who fixed the tractor beam that pulled in the Millennium Falcon?
That was us, but it was pretty easily disabled by that old Jedi guy because, we made the password.
It was password 1234, but I get your point. Who were the guys who fixed the garbage smashers up on the detention level? Got those up and running again?
Also us. But in all fairness, there have been 47 deaths due to people, falling in and getting crushed, and you left your giant pet squid monster in there.
He's a Dianoga creature, and his name is Inky. But you have to admit, we did a pretty good job when they were building the space station.
That is true. That is true. You remember when those designers came in and they're like, we're going to build this giant weapon of mass destruction and we're not even going to think about how to get that thermal energy out of here.
Exactly. Good thing we thought about putting that thermal exhaust right below the main port.
I know. And how brilliant was it to connect it directly to the main reactor?
I know, exactly. There's nobody better at their jobs than us.
I mean, we're the only guys that thought about putting the shield generator around the main reactor so that if anyone were to find out about the thermal exhaust below the main port and fire a torpedo in there, this whole space station would not explode. Genius!
I know, right? Wait, what?
You were supposed to install it this morning.
Oh, man, I had to go to my son's cello recital.
Are you kidding me?
I know, right? I think cellos are for girls too, but my wife seems to think it'll make him more well-rounded.
No, you were supposed to install that. You had one job. One job.
Relax. No one can hit a 2-meter exhaust port with a proton torpedo. That's impossible even for a computer.
I don't know, it's not impossible. I used to bullseye womp rats with my T-16 back home. They're not much bigger than 2 meters. Oh boy, we're in trouble now.
Relax. Everything's gonna be okay. Nothing's going to...
All right, so maybe those guys weren't too good at their jobs because they only had one job to do and they couldn't even do that right. Well, believe it or not, you have a job to do. Don't worry, it has nothing to do with the Death Star because Star Wars isn't real. It's not, right? Are you sure? Can we double check on that one more time? Okay, so what is your job then? For those of us who have chosen to follow Jesus, he has given us a mission, a job to do in this world. We are to help as many people as we can find a relationship with him. What we mean by this is that life is best lived in relationship with God. And the only way to come into a relationship with God is by trusting in Jesus as the Son of God. Not only believing that he is the Son of God, but by trusting our life and our decisions to him. He gets to be in charge of our lives. But here's the deal. Not everyone knows this or believes it. And so our job as people who know this great message is to share this great message with as many people as possible. So we need to go into our schools and our neighborhoods and our families and invite people to check out what life with God is like. Invite them to church. Have a conversation about why life with God matters so much to us. Tell them the message of God's love and grace. This is our job. This is our mission. And if you're not a follower of Christ yet, if you haven't chosen to make him the leader of your life, then you have a job too. I want you to keep coming and keep asking questions. Try and figure out if you really do believe that Jesus is the Son of God, and if he is, do you want him to call the shots for your life? I hope you'll find that you do. But for those of us who have chosen to follow God, I want us to talk about who we can share this message with so we can do the job God has given us.